Hello students, in this video we are going to study chapter number 7, fraction. What is meant by fraction? A fraction is a number representing part of a whole. The whole may be a single object or a group of objects. One example we can see 5 upon 12 is the fraction. This we can read as 5 twelfths. Here what does 12 stand for? It is the number of equal parts into which the whole has been divided. And what does 5 stand for? It is the number of equal parts which have been taken out. Here 5 is called the numerator and 12 is called the denominator. Let's solve exercise 7.1. In that first question, write the fraction representing the shaded portion. Now here first example we can see students. This figure is divided into 4 equal parts 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that 4 we have to write as the denominator as we have total 4 parts. Okay. Now here out of that 4 parts, how many parts we have shaded? 2 parts. So 2 parts means 2 will be as the numerator. Okay. I hope you understood this part. See second example. How many parts we have divided this figure? Total 9 parts. 1, 2, 3 and 3 3s are 9. So 9 will be the denominator and here we can see total 8 parts we have shaded. So 8 will be the numerator. So in this way we can represent the fraction. See one more question. Color the part according to the given fractions. Here first example we can see 1 upon 6. So according to this fraction, out of 6 parts, 1 part we need to color. So here see 1 part I colored. In the second example we can see students, out of 3 parts, 1 part we need to color. Therefore 3 parts we have, 1 part I colored here. So in this way we can shade the given parts or color. See one more example. What fraction of a day is 8 hours? Students, we know that 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Okay. Now therefore the fraction of 8 hours is 8 hours divided by 1 day because we need to represent 8 hours as a day. Okay. In the fraction. Therefore here 8 hours as it is, 1 day is equal to how many hours? 24 hours. Therefore 8 upon 24. So 8 upon 24 we can reduce to its lowest term. So therefore 8 ones are 8, 8 threes are 24. Therefore 1 upon 3 is the fraction, given fraction, required fraction. See one more example. What fraction of an hour is 40 minutes? Students, we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now this 40 minutes we have to write as a fraction. Okay, a fraction of an hour. Okay. Now therefore the fraction of 40 minutes is equal to 40 minutes divided by 60 minutes. Therefore 40 upon 60 that is equal to 2 upon 3. When we reduce this 40 upon 60 to its lowest term, we will get 2 upon 3. See one more question. Kanchan dyes dresses. She had to dye 30 dresses. She has so far finished 20 dresses. What fraction of dresses has she finished? So we need to find out fraction of dresses that she has finished. So first we will write given things. Total number of dresses 30, that is given. Work finished 20 dresses she has finished, that also we have. Now we need to write same things in fraction. So therefore fraction of dresses she has finished is equal to 20 divided by 30 and 20 divided by 30 is what? 2 upon 3 when we reduce this to its lowest term. Therefore 2 upon 3 is the answer, required fraction. See one more example. Write the natural numbers from 102 to 113. What fraction of them are prime numbers? So we need to find out prime numbers from 102 to 113. Okay. First write given things. Natural numbers from 102 to 113. So here I wrote all the natural numbers from 100 to 113. Then prime numbers from 102 to 113. That are 103, 107, 109 and 113. So total 4 prime numbers we will get here from 102 to 113. Total 4 prime numbers. And total we have 12 numbers here from 102 to 113. Therefore fraction of prime numbers is equal to 4 divided by 12 as total numbers 12 and prime numbers 4. Therefore 4 upon 12 we can write as 1 upon 3. Therefore 1 upon 3 is the answer. Therefore 1 upon 3 prime numbers are there in between 1 and means from 102 to 113. Next question. Christine received a CD player for her birthday. She bought 3 CDs and received 5 others as gifts. what fraction of her total series did she buy and what fraction did she receive as gifts. So first write down given things. Total number of series is equal to 3 plus 5, that is 8. Here we have to write a fraction of her total series with number of series she bought and number of series she received. Therefore, here number of series purchase is equal to 3. Therefore, fraction of series purchase is equal to 3 upon 8. As total number of series we have 8 and number of series she purchased 3. And fraction of series received as gifts, total number of series 8 and number of series received 5. Therefore, 5 upon 8 is the fraction. Therefore, we have fraction of series purchased 3 upon 8 and fraction of series received as gifts 5 upon 8. Next concept is fraction on the number line. In this we are going to study how to represent numbers, fractions on the number line. Here one example will take. Represent 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4 and 3 upon 4 on the number line. Students, you can see here everywhere denominator is 4. So what we are going to do on the number line from 0 to 1, that portion of that number line we are going to divide into 4 equal parts, as we have 4 denominator everywhere. Okay, so 4 equal parts will get. So each part will mark now with the fraction. 0 upon 4 will be the starting, then 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, and this is 4 upon 4. We know 4 upon 4 means 1 and 0 upon 4 means 0. So 0 to 1 we divided into 4 equal parts. Okay. As we have here total 4 parts, that is why everywhere denominator is 4. Okay. And here first part is 1 upon 4, second part 1 and 2, that is 2 upon 4, then third part 1, 2, 3, 3 upon 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 upon 4, that is 1. Therefore, in this way we can represent numbers on the number line. Now we will discuss types of fractions. Proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed fractions, like fractions and unlike fractions. One by one, all the types of fractions we will discuss now. Proper fraction. If numerator is smaller than denominator in a fraction, then it is a proper fraction. See here 2 upon 3. Numerator is smaller than denominator. One more see example. 4 is smaller than 9, etc. So if numerator is smaller than denominator in a fraction, then it is a proper fraction. And if numerator is greater than denominator in a fraction, then it is an improper fraction. Improper fraction means what? Numerator is greater than denominator. See here in this example also 11 is greater than 8. Therefore, improper fractions means what? If numerator is greater than denominator in a fraction, then it is an improper fraction. Next type is mixed fractions. An improper fraction can be written as a combination of a whole and a part, and it's called mixed fractions. Here some examples we can see. 12 upon 5 is an improper fraction that can be written as 2 and 2 upon 5. As well as 7 upon 2 is an improper fraction, and this can be written as 3 and 1 upon 2. So like that many fractions we can get. Let's see one example here, students. If we have one improper fraction, that is 7 upon 2, then we have to divide this numerator by denominator to get the mixed fraction. Okay, therefore 7 divided by 2. So 2 3s are 6, 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay, so here we got quotient also, remainder also. Now mixed fraction is equal to numerator divided by denominator. So when we will divide numerator by denominator, we will get quotient also, remainder also, as well as divisor. And this is the way of writing mixed fraction. So what is the quotient? 3. So 3 I wrote. And what is the remainder here? 1. So remainder is 1. And what was the divisor? 2. So divisor is 2. Therefore 7 upon 2 we can write as 3 and 1 upon 2. And this is the way of converting one improper fraction into the mixed fraction. Now we are going to study exercise 7.2. Draw number lines and locate the points on them. Now we have here some points: 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8, 7 upon 8. These numbers we have to represent on the number line. So on the number line, from 0 to 1, divide into 8 equal parts, as we have denominator here everywhere 8. Okay. After dividing that 0 to 1 into 8 parts, now we can represent these numbers. So here 1 upon 8 will come, here 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8, here 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8, 6 upon 8, and here 7 upon 8. So these 4 points we have represented here. In this way we can represent any fraction on the number line. Now see one more example. 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 8 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Here everywhere denominator is 5. So from 0 to 1 divide into 5 equal parts. Okay. 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5. But here one number we have 8 upon 5 also. So for that from 1 to 2 again we have to divide that into 5 equal parts. So how these numbers can be represented? See here. Now 2 upon 5 where we'll get here 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5. Then this 4 upon 5. Then 5 upon 5 means what? 1. Then 6 upon 5, 7 upon 5 and here 8 upon 5. 9 upon 5 and here 10 upon 5. 10 upon 5 means what? 2. So in this way we can represent numbers on the number line. Let's solve one more question. Express the following fractions as mixed fractions. One example, see 20 upon 3. Here 20 divided by 3. So after dividing 20 by 3 we'll get quotient 6 and remainder 2. Therefore 20 upon 3 is equal to 6 and 2 upon 3. Here 6 is quotient and 2 is the remainder and denominator as it is. So 20 upon 3 we can write as 6 and 2 upon 3. Students, see here one more example, 35 upon 9. So 35 divided by 9, 9 3s are 27, 35 minus 27 is 8. Now therefore 35 upon 9 is equal to 3 is the quotient, okay, and 8 is the remainder and denominator as it is. Therefore 35 upon 9 can be written as 3 and 8 upon 9 as mixed fraction. Now next question is express the following as improper fractions. See here one example, 7 and 3 upon 4. So this mixed fraction we are going to convert into the improper fraction. And how to convert, see here now. Students, remember this denominator we have to multiply with this whole number and then in that we need to add this numerator. Therefore 4 into 7 plus numerator as it is and denominator here as it is. Now see here 4 7s are 28 plus 3 as it is and denominator also copy as it is. Now see 28 plus 3 is 31 and this denominator as it is. Therefore 7 and 3 upon 4 is 31 upon 4. Let's take one more question, 5 and 6 upon 7. Here we can see this 7 multiplied by 5 plus numerator plus 6, 7 as it is. 5 7s are 35 plus 6 as it is, denominator also copy as it is. Now see here 35 plus 6 is 41 and this 7 as it is. Therefore 5 and 6 upon 7 can be written as 41 upon 7. 7 5s are 35 plus 6 is 41 and denominator copy as it is. In this example also see here 4 7s are 28 plus 3 31 and 4 as it is. I hope you understood this part.